Just giving it a few moments to see when people show up here. I do have three. I do have three teams that I want to talk about real quick, and then I'm going to give you guys two batter props. So let's get right into it. Yesterday we had a perfect day, 5-0 day. It feels good because we were actually on a 3-day losing streak, and it was not good at all. And anyways, we took a little bit of a step back. I took some time to really analyze what the hell was going on. And one of the biggest things, and the reason I'm telling you this stuff is so you guys can learn from my mistakes. One of the major things that I was doing is I was building out a database. I was trying to do too many things, and I was looking at new plays instead of just honing in on the stuff that's been working. Another big thing that is stands out to me is that last year I write notes about everything. So last year or the year before that also, so like for the last 2 years, every time we get close, and this happens pretty much in every sport, when you start getting close to the All-Star break, it becomes a little bit harder for the same plays to be hitting because the books have adjusted to that. So what I started doing, I gave a video 2 days ago where I said I'm not going to be parlaying these as much anymore because the parlays are being killed by one person. So anyways, let me get it right into it. What I learned, I guess what I'm trying to tell you is I'm gonna do more live bets, which I put a video out on Sunday if you want to check that out. And also the other thing is I'm not I'm not forcing anything, and I'm going to start looking at unders because most of my hits have been on the overs, and a lot of the players are already the pitchers are already honed in. The books have adjusted. The lines are too high, so now I'm going to start looking at the unders. So the unders actually have been good for RBIs, but not for hits. So, anyways, that's just kind of the little shift that I need to do. And right now, I'm going to actually give you guys two batter props that I'm looking at. They are going to be over one hits, and I'm gonna put them in live as well. And I'm doing half a unit on one each. It'll make sense once I start showing you what the hell I'm talking about. So yesterday again, guys, was a perfect day. I'm going to give you guys two batter props, and then I'm going to show you guys three teams that I'm looking at. So let me show you the slips of what happened yesterday just so you can see. We had the Mariners that hit pretty good for us. That was actually very good. It was 11-2, and the line shifted all the way to like a minus 135 by the time this was done. As you can see here, I had Ronald Acuna Jr. to get one hit, but you can see how heavy these odds are. They're at a minus 375. So like I would say like 2 weeks ago, this same guy would have been like minus 290, minus 280, but now they're juicing the hell out of them because what's up, man? Good morning. Because the books adjust, so you can only exploit them so much, and then they start adjusting. So, anyways, we had Ronald Acuna Jr. to get one hit, and then Luis Torrens to go under one RBI, so that hit for us. And then I had Nico Horner. This dude is probably one of the best batters that I've been hitting with. Whenever I go with him, he's hit 100% of the time. That's because of my record. I keep track of everything. So this dude is one of the best batters. Whenever I choose him, he's hit for us. So, anyways, you can see it's a minus 300. Like I said, these things are getting juiced as hell. So you have to be hitting at around a 90% hit rate in order to justify this. So again, like I started this video with, I'm going to start adjusting to either I'm going to start going live on each batter, which again, I created a video on that, on how to get these batters live and get much better odds. So you can see right here, Luis Arraez, again, I took him straight up at a minus 280, and I believe this one was live. That's exactly what I'm talking about. So let me show you the example here, and I'll get right into it after this. But look at this, Ronald Acuna Jr. Actually, no, that's not a good example because it's the wrong batter. But anyways, there it is. 5-0 day, guys. I put them all together just to get a little quick $10, and sure enough, that hit. And it was a perfect 5-0 day, guys. So I'm glad about that. It had been a little bit of a slump. I took some time. I had internet issues. It's not that I was hiding or anything. I had a lot of internet issues for like 3 days, and I'm finally back. So here we go, guys. Let me get it right into this. I'm looking at three teams. I'm not telling you to go with them yet. I'm still waiting for the guy that works with me to give me all my breakdowns. I do have a bunch of notes on these guys. I'm going to give you, these are just right here. I'm going to show you just the pitching stuff, but I do have a bunch of notes here. Check this out. And like I said, I'm waiting for the guy that does my full analysis to get back to me. So don't take these 3 teams that I'm telling you right now because they're not confirmed yet. You can take them if you want, but they are not confirmed. This is basically just the pitching stuff. Okay, so the record for the Tigers is better, 49-30. Compare that to the Athletics, 32-48. They do have Skubal on the mound today, which he is the elite pitcher for Detroit. He also has great stats right here and opposing batting average, okay, for the opposing team. Luis Cervano's way worse than Skubal, 4.429 worse whip, and the Tigers have a much stronger bullpen. So I am looking heavy at the Tigers. I've been looking at the Tigers since last night, and they look very good for today. Again, they're not confirmed yet, but if you want to take them, take another look at them, that's cool. All right, guys, make sure you subscribe, man. I give a lot of free information. Once I post this video, make sure you comment as well. And also go to the link in the description, click on free plays. I hook you guys up with a lot of free stuff, so make sure you take advantage of that. That link is in the description, then click on free picks, okay? All right, second game I'm looking at. Let me pick this. Give me a second. Second one I'm looking at, this one's it's less favorite or whatever. Give me a second. This looks like shit. All right, so the Mariners right here. 63% chance they're going to win. They have Luis Castillo with a 3.39. Give me a second. So here we go. Mariners. I like the Mariners. They won for us, like I mentioned yesterday, 11-2. They're going against who are they going against? Twins again. So they do have Luis Castillo right here. Again, 63% chance to win. They're going against Paddock, which is worse than Castillo. They have a weak lineup right here with Carlos Correa. Mariners bullpen also is very strong. Like I said, these stats are only based on pitching. Okay, well, not the 63% chance here, but you can see all this stuff is all based on pitching. All right, so pitching is matching. Like I said, I'm waiting for the full analysis, guys. So don't quote me on these just yet. This is actually what I'm looking at for today. All right, and I like the Brewers today. 76% chance to win. They're going with Peralta, which I believe is their ace, and then the Pirates are going with Haney. This dude is not so bad, but you can see the ERA is pretty bad right now. So this dude is not a bad pitcher, but for some reason he's sucking right now. Brewers do have a better bullpen. Pirates lack consistency, and Brian Reynolds is basically their best batter. But besides that, they're struggling. All right, so I'm going to show you guys. I'm going to give you guys 2 plays. It's going to be 2 batters, and again, I'm going to explain to you why I'm going with them, but also how I'm going to play them as well. Okay, so if you want to make sure you don't miss out on any stuff, like for example, I did not make a video yesterday because of my internet issues. But if you don't want to miss out on anything, go to the link in the description, click on free picks. That way you can get the alerts whenever I post anything. All right, and then the last thing I'll say here before I jump over to the batter props is I posted the last video, not on this live right now, but when I post a video, make sure you comment. And then that's going to give you a chance to win 1 free week of VIP, which is worth $50. 1 free week VIP, $50 value, once we hit to 25 comments. So I'll do a random picker. I've done this before. If you've followed my channel for any amount of time, you've seen I give away 1 week free pass with a $50 value. So make sure you post, make sure you comment, and you like and you subscribe when you see this video post. All right, let me jump right over to the two batter props that I got for you guys. Last time we had this guy, Yandy Diaz, he hit a home run in the first at-bat. So you can see he's been extremely, extremely solid. This dude has, I don't even want to count him, but look, he's only had 2 games with 1 hit. All the other games have been 2 or more hits. 3 hits, 3 hits. I'm not going to count them, but that's a lot of hits right there. And then we have him going up to bat between 4 and 5 times. The Rays are actually, I believe, 5th in OPS, meaning that they're getting on base a lot. So this is the reason this dude comes up to bat a lot more. You can see this is, if you know anything about batter props and stuff like that, usually a batter, even if he's the first in the lineup, he only comes up to bat between 4, sometimes 5 times. Usually it's 4. This guy, you can see how many times he's coming up to bat. It's usually 4 to 5, sometimes even 6 right here. You can see how many scores they've had. All this to say that the Rays are getting on base. They're getting hits. This dude's going to have more chances to get a hit. Okay. He's faced this pitcher 6 times, and he's gotten 4 hits. That's an average of 0.800. All right. I'm sorry, 80%. That's what that means. So not only is he hitting 100% against anybody overall, and he's getting multiple hits, he's also getting 80% hit rate against this pitcher in the past already. So this dude has been massive. I've already done the research also here on this heat map, meaning wherever this dude pitches, this dude hits. All right. So this guy is extremely solid. The only little thing I don't like, actually, this is not even the batter, but everything should points that this dude should get a hit. Now, look at the odds, how heavy they are. 370, 390, all the way to 526, okay? So the way you can play this is you can parlay it together with something else, or you can do a live bet. So what I'm doing is I'm actually parlaying these 2 batters together, but I'm doing half a unit, okay? So that if one of them doesn't hit, oh, I'm sorry. One last thing I will say about this stuff is that the pitchers, also the other team and the other pitchers also know that this dude is massively good. So what they do is they start walking these guys. So that's another addition to what I was talking about, that the books are adjusting, the lines are adjusting, the pitchers are adjusting, and the team is adjusting. So there's a lot of negative things like that are happening. So that's why I'm going to start going with half a unit. And I'm going to bet them live. So what I noticed, I've been doing this for a long time, but what I've noticed is that these dudes are so good that they usually get a hit on the first at bat. So if they don't get a hit at the first at bat, you have a chance to get a great odd. Okay. So anyways, I think I've talked enough about that. Yandy Diaz, 1 hit. If you want more information on how to get these guys live using apps, so you're not watching the game for every player, go to my video that I created on Sunday. And then I explain it in detail right there. All right, next guy is Luis Arraez, also to get 1 hit. You can see this dude has way less hits, but he's still 100% hit rate. He's going against this guy, T. Williams. T. Williams sucks. Look at this, 3 wins, 8 losses, 5.54 ERA. This dude is coming up to bat between 4 and 5 times. And he's faced this guy 19 times, and he's gotten 7 hits. That's an average of 38% against this pitcher. But he's hitting at 100% against anybody, and he's hitting almost 40% against this pitcher directly. I've done the research already. This dude is one of the best batters that I've seen, where his graph right here, you can see the graph. He pretty much can get a hit anywhere. It doesn't matter where they pitch to this guy. If you've seen this guy bat, he like exhausts the pitcher because he gets so many foul balls. He makes contact with almost every pitch, and he can get a hit pretty much anywhere. So this dude has been very, very good for us for years. All right. So that's about it, guys. Make sure you go to the link in the description, click on free picks. We had a massive 5-0 day yesterday, and it feels good because we were on a great run for all of June. And then we had a slight slip up where we lost like 4 to 5 units in one day. The next day was a break-even day, and then yesterday we lost again. So it was pretty much a three-day losing streak. And then from there, yesterday we had a perfect day. So this is the way it is, man. Sometimes it's a little bit of an emotional roller coaster, but this is just the way this business works. If you can't ride the dips, I don't know what to tell you, man. This is just part of the business. So I appreciate you guys being here, man. Make sure you subscribe. Make sure you like. And if you comment and we get to 25, if we get to 25 comments, I'll give away one free week pass on this video. All right, guys. Thank you so much, man. Let's have a great day.